Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you would like to see how I went from this to this, please keep on watching. I'm going to go ahead and start by brushing my eyebrows in place, and I will be using this eyebrow pencil from MAC, and this is the Spiked eyebrows, and I use this to outline my brows. This is my go-to eyebrow pencil. I love this eyebrow pencil because it's so easy to use, and I just use that to draw a line at the bottom and draw a line at the top, basically just following the natural shape of my eyebrows. And I am just checking the angle using the edge of my nose to find out where the tail ends and where to have the arch, and also where to start. And I didn't start quite at the front, so I went and extended that a little bit more. Now I am just going to fill in the brows, and I am going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills eyebrow powder, and this is the brow powder duo in the color Ebony. It has two shades, and I'll be using the darker shade in it. And I'm going to use that to fill in the brows. I'm going to start from the middle because I don't want the front to be as dark as the middle and the tail. I want the tail and the middle to be a lot darker. So I'm going to start from the middle and add more product as I go towards the tail. And then when I get to the front, I'll use the brush without adding any products to it. So that gives it a nice gradient. So it starts a bit lighter and then it gets darker as it goes. Now I'm going to be cleaning it up, and I am going to be using a Studio Finish concealer by MAC, and this is in the color NC50. And I will use the same concealer at the top but a darker shade, and I'll be using the color NW40 at the top. And I'm just going to be using this concealer to clean up the brows. You don't have to do this, but I like to do it because it makes the brow look a lot sharper and neater. And especially if I didn't have enough time to pluck my brows, this actually helps to kind of cover up the hairs that are outside of the outline that I drew earlier, and then this actually makes it look much neater. It helps get rid of any mistakes that you may have made while you were drawing the brows. So I never skip this step. I always like to use a concealer to clean it up. And I'm doing the same thing for the top, just using a darker shade concealer. And blending is very important. So after outlining with the concealer, always make sure you blend it out because you don't want any harsh lines. That allows it to actually blend into the skin and prevent it from looking ghostly. Okay, so that's it, and that's the difference between the eyebrows that is done and the one that's not done. And so I'm just going to do the same thing I just did on that brow. I'm going to do the same thing on the other brow. and just outlining it. This brow always gives me a hard time. There's always that one brow that does not want to do what you want it to do. And this brow is that brow for me. Brows are not twins, they're sisters. They're not supposed to look exactly the same. You should just try as much as possible to make them look as close as possible. And that's really the best you can do. It's really hard to get them to look exactly the same. But you just try, just make sure they look as similar as possible, and that's what I'm trying to do here. And then while drawing the brows, always make sure to kind of look straight ahead, to look at both brows, because sometimes one will be higher than the other, or one will have a higher arch, or one might be thicker. So you do definitely want to pay attention to that as well. So I'm just drawing the outline right now and looking at both brows to make sure, you know, the size is similar and the shape is similar as well. And I'm just looking again to make sure. And now I am filling it in. Now I'm filling in the front without adding any more products to the brush. I'll just use the brush as is with whatever product is left on it, and I'm going to use that to brush the front. And I kind of flip the brush upwards when I'm doing the front and go in the upward strokes. So that makes it look like your natural hairs. Now I'm just going to use a spoolie to brush that up, get rid of the harsh line. And now I am going to clean up like I did the other brow, using the lighter concealer at the bottom and a darker concealer at the top. And now I'm going to use this Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara. This is optional, but I like to use this, especially if I know I'm going to be wearing makeup all day. I like to use this because this will actually keep the eyebrows in place and it would not move anywhere. It'll stay the same from the minute you put it on till you're ready to wash it off. So this is optional if you know you're not going to be having your makeup on for a long time. But I like to use this to keep the brows in place, and I'm just going to use that to brush it in. The tip is like a spoolie, so you just use it to brush the hairs in place. now I am just blending out the concealer to get rid of the harsh line. I think their eyebrows look pretty similar. What do you think? I think they're pretty close. Just brushing it up and blending it all out. And that is it, guys. That's the finished look for the brows. Let me know what you think if you like this eyebrow tutorial. Thank you very, very much for watching. If you have any comments, don't forget to leave it down below. And if you haven't subscribed, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the notification bell. And I will see you in my next video. Bye.